Come on. Loot freaking faster. Shut up, kitty. Don't scream so much. Kitty. Kitty's annoyed. I think even the kitty has realized that the weather going up and down is not to his liking. Well, too bad, kitty. Too bad indeed. Now then, I'm actually, for once, almost on time. Isn't that? Very, very snazzy. Now, would you please load window? That would be. Come on. Even the internet is like that. Still too hard to go fast. I shall go slow. Pretty slow. But hell, I'll take it. After all, we still get something nice and dandy to show you, because things have improved. Well, to be fair, I can't point to myself and go like, yes, it was all my doing, because it was not, but I was reasonably involved. Yes, let's put it like that. Reasonably involved sounds like a very good way of saying it. Now then. Now we're going to change the windows. And I'm going to play around with this bit, and then potentially you can actually see something. Maybe, potentially, at some point. Because that would be a very sweet deal from my point of view. And now, we shall play, well, although not too long, actually rather fitting in this particular case, because we're going to play some more Yakuza. But we are also going to need to finish up some side quests before we continue with the main story, because I feel like the main story is moving rather quickly towards a final connotation. The good thing is, this is finally finished. I have it all. I have all of the abilities. I'm super strong. Super strong. You know how much action they took. To be fair, the tech boy helped a bit. He did a few of these ones where it's like fight Majima and fight him like 1 time, 2 time and stuff. Wasn't really that much, but I got it done. That's the most important part, because I really didn't want it to bother you with that. I don't know, it took a few hours to get it done, and honestly a few hours of just basically running around and trying to find the right Majima to beat that living shit out of is I don't think it's considered not that fun. Now then. Basically where we left off last time, we are well, we had a nice big car chase, and now we're basically looking for clues, and technically speaking we are supposed to be meeting with a hostess. Do something about it. Hello, stranger in gold. And she's like, I have a knife. Shit, didn't work. Come on. Too slow, come on. I don't like... There it is. And that, dear ladies and gentlemen, is a tiger drop. That is a very fun little move. And it works very well if you can actually time it right, which is why I'm trying to time it right, although I'm not really good at it. But if it works, it does an amazing amount of damage. Where am I going? Oh yeah. I have already opened my little list for the next side quest. There aren't really that many left, if memory serves. But there's my little... Yeah, we have like 9 left. Yep. Really not much. Which means that our random journeys through this area has become surprisingly shorter at this point. I would say, all nice and dandy. Where's the guy I need to talk to? Are you the guy I need to talk to? It is bloody fucking difficult to find the person I'm needing to talk to. Actually, who can I even talk to? Can I talk to you? Hello? Anyone willing to talk to me? I'm, you know, I'm a paid customer. He was like, no. Can I sing a song? No? Okay. He's talking to himself. Looks like Kazuki-san has a problem. Um, sure, I could help you out again. I mean, why wouldn't I? Okay, there he is. Schnazzy. He also has a bit of a pattern for the white suit. Oh, to each their own. So, what's wrong? What's the problem?
Hi.
Tell me. Business issue. Well, I can maybe potentially help you with that. Do tell me. You're losing customers, eh? Well, yeah. I'm pretty sure we did hear that a few times. Fishy, you say? That sounds interesting. Reoccurring party, you say? Well, yeah, to be fair, that's what we're from. So basically, your faces are basically part of your business. You're kinda fucked when it comes to a bit of the good old-fashioned, you know, underground sniffing around. Yeah, sure, we're gonna help them. Come on, Kiryu. You don't even need to think about it. Like, the public doesn't know my face. You're Kazuba Kiryu. I would like to point out the dragon. The bloody freaking dragon. Yes. Since we now have all of the abilities, we can potentially, and realistically, we can call ourselves a dragon again. Because we're even stronger than we were before we went to prison. Also, now I have the tiger drop. And if I actually get the timing right, that's an amazing little thing. That has helped me quite a bit in a few things, because I also had to defeat Majima in many ways, and I found out that that skill is actually a lot better than pretty much any other action I can take. Well, if you get the timing right. If not, you're just gonna get fucked, but well. Okay, talk to girls. I can do that. Randomly talking to girls. By the host club. Hey, lady. So, do you know about any good parties? At Debola, eh? Okay. Good to know. Oh, yeah, I was about to say, there was another one, wasn't there? I'm God. Don't worry about it. True enough. If you do like to be indulged by pretty boys, you're probably at the right place for that particular one. Right only. Time to go to the Debola. Yes, please, somewhat stylish woman. Who's apparently somewhat stylish. Really? Yeah, connect with their hearts. Usually, you know, when you go, when I hear party, I think of parties that young people would go to. It's not so much connecting with your heart, but connecting with your hips, usually, but oh well. Sure, I wanna go and just find out what the fuck's going on. Is this gonna be drugs? It's going to be drugs, isn't it? Okay, see you there, little lady. That was easy. We got access to that. It was remarkably easy. Now then, what will it be? Drugs, brainwashing. My best guess is on drugs actually at the moment, because, well, that can get you the feeling that you're connecting on a deeper level, but realistically speaking, you're just sitting in the corner while drooling heavily. When it I'm flying through the universe. No, you're not. I can see you pissing yourself in the corner. Yeah, some bloody fucking Yakuza. Hello, lady. It's me again. Have you missed me? Don't worry about the guys who just chased me. They are totally harmless. Now then. inside we go. Well, so far it looks pretty damn normal. Yeah, thank you a lot, little lady. Okay, do I just need to randomly talk to the people, I suppose? There don't seem to be a few random people. Hello, random lady.
Yeah.
Guru. I smell fishy. He sounds indeed very great. That is indeed a very interesting claim. So maybe a combination of drugs and brainwashing. Let's actually take money for that. Ugh. Well, you know, case different, okay? Who knows? Yeah, what is going on here is a fucking good question. Well, if Hypno's were for sale, it might be a case. I mean, yes, what happened to your heart-to-heart thing? I guess it's basically just prostitution, isn't it? That reminds me, actually, didn't we? Oh, yes, we did, actually. Way back in, you know, the first game we played, the 0-1, I think Majima had also a bit of a, you know, production. We met basically Mother, who had a bit of a conflict with her daughter, because her daughter was inducted into some cult, and they were doing some nonsense like this too, weren't they? They also had a guru and stuff. Taking stuff from the people and making them all like strange in the head and doing strange funny dance moves. No, Nastve, yeah, there it is again. For fuck's sake. It is. Yeah, it's the same move. Jesus Christ. This, yeah, we need to beat the shit out of him immediately. Molancho! Yes. He didn't learn his lesson, did he? Are you drugging her? Yep. So, let me get this straight. This is a combination of drugging people, taking money from them, and bit of prostitution, I suppose, is also in the matter. Yes, prostitution. Just on a bit of a longer basis, I suppose. Oh boy, we really need to shit off him. If Guru Majima extinguished our guiding light, a master the previous guru was kept and detained. Yeah, Munan Suzuki. Yeah, I think that actually was the fucking guy. Ah, time to beat him again. That's long-lasting pain. He's like, I am planning on the next generation, honestly. This generation is fucked, but the next generation is probably gonna be better.
Boy. Huh?
Friends with benedictions. Well, it is indeed a very fucking damn cult. So, you wanna fight me, eh? Let's see if we can tiger drop his ass. I can. And just one quick move, he's down. Oh, I love this move. Oh no, this will end here and now. But believe you me, I swear to God, if you come back again in the next game, I'm going to, well, I'm going to beat the shit out of you again, but you get my point.
Yeah.
Indeed, it has to be earned. Help society. But instead he's a bit of an asshole. Yeah, let's still get it. Things were bad. Very bad, in fact. But we got over it. That's the point. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no problem. Was pretty easy. I got a tourmaline bracelet. Okay. Also, look, it's not my scene. I know that feeling at the very least. Well, okay, you got a new fan. Although she seems to be a bit crazy. Well, let's ignore this stalker. Yeah, I also have experience points for days now. Because after a while, I couldn't spend them anymore, and I still had to beat up Majima for, like, a few times. I was like, meh, can't be asked, and I let Techboy do it for a bit, and I came back and I had, like, 4,000 points, and then I did a few more things. To Majima. There's gonna be Majima in there, don't worry about it. There's no Smexy times going on, just Majima. Now then, before we continue, I need to actually change the window. So A, my shout is playing fucking nonsense with me. B, I need the other window. Okay, so next is where hotel district. Here's hotel district, and there. So around there should be something. Apparently, because I wrote that it's at the intersection. You know what? Just out of fucking mercy for God. It's free Majima. There he is. Like, oh, I finished covered. You don't say. Nobody knows why he feels the need to dance. Damn it. I really don't like it when he gets fast. But then I'm actually too slow. Get the timing right. Ah, there it was. It's just that I was outside of range. Ah. See, that's what I mean. It works well when I actually get it off, but getting it off is actually not that easy. Come on. Come on, dude. Oh yeah, right, don't have the reach, do I? Shit. Can avoid that. Ah. When it is a good time to train that fucking groove. Come on, Majima. Yes, I can now do a nice little roll outside. Damn, my timing isn't really the best though. Come on. Come on. Yeah, I'm not gonna be fast enough with my heat. Come on, stop doing that. Ah, I really underestimate the fucking range here sometimes. Come on. Yeah. Ouch. Ah, Majima. I mean, to be fair, at this point, he really does hurt if he hits you. You have to give him that much. Oh, right, I had actually had enough heat for that, didn't I? Why am I sitting here in the Canadian waiting for an attack opportunity? Then I can just punch him in the face. But yeah, technically speaking, if I get it off perfectly, I can deal with him in like 4 hits or something. Which is, to be fair, rather neat. Yeah, I'm not even getting points out of that anymore. Still, I'm getting experience points, which I can't spend because I have so many of them. I quite the cheat out. Have anything to do with them. But yeah, it took a while. Especially because for one of the, I think it was for the A rank or for the S rank abilities, you needed to find on one you needed everyone's idol. That, you know, basically Majima in a silver dress outfit, like we met in the disco. To find that, yeah, bit of a pain in the ass. Because what I basically had to do is go inside the building, go out again, and so the game basically resets its position. And, well, redo that a few hundred times. Basically. Wasn't really that entertaining, to put it mildly. That took a while. Indeed. I'm indeed Yakuza. The gangbusters. I've heard of gangbangers before, but this is new. Yeah, no, technically speaking, we are not any longer Yakuza. Oh, yeah, indeed, a very nice and civilian person. You just look like a freaking Yakuza. Good job. Well, I mean that worked too. Well, that could gone easier.
Huh?
Crime fighting squad, yeah, sure.
Eh?
And apparently I need to deal with them again. Well, to be fair, the Tiger Drop move is pretty much very good against single opponents. It really there's strong opponents that take really long to beat up. But pretty useful in the arena. Because that one I had to do myself. That required me to fight. And yeah, man. In the fucking arena. Getting him to spawn. You know, when I click on one of the tournaments, you can actually see your first opponent. And that changes when you go back out and back in again. So I had to sit there and wait until he popped up. Then beat him. No, because Majima is a single, very strong enemy. It does make sense to use that skill. Against multiple enemies like this, it's probably better just go brawler and just go for a bit of a, you know, quicker movement. Probably.
Oi.
Hey, and here they are again. Yeah, that problem, you know. The gang batters. The gang batters. It's going to be very difficult to make fucking Kiryu remember you. Come on, fight me. Oh yeah, I had some of those on my inventory, didn't I? And I forgot about that. And you're beaten again. There's a boss here. Oh, okay, now we need to go to see at the square and talk to Aki so we can get some information. But like, yeah, who's the boss of the fucking, well, you know, people, gang some things. And then we need to beat him. We need to beat him fiercely. Interestingly enough, since, well, we already know that there aren't really that many side stories left, we kinda have to enjoy what little time we have left, because, well, that looks like an unproportionately big-headed little picture. Kinda confused me for a second there. But yeah, we do have to enjoy the nice and quiet time we have left. Because, let us be very honest, like 8 or so sub-stories left, and that ain't much. Hello. Seem to be targeted by cunning vigilant group known as the Gangbusters. Yep. Okay. So, where can I find them? Okay. Does the game tell me? Yes, it does tell me. It tells me that's a lot of running, but I'm nothing but not good on my feet ever since I regained my ability. Relearned, regained, whatever. My ability to actually sprint for eternity. Also, since I get CP points for getting 100 kilometers traveled. I'm fucking third. And I get faster when I get heated, which is nice. One of the abilities you learn is that you're getting faster when you get heated. Like, yes, I'm angry now, which means I hit harder and faster, better. Enough again. Which means it is rather lovely to have a lot of heat. In the range style. But that was worth it because, well, and also the point, you know, I still technically speaking have an ass lot of money in my inventory. I just don't know what to do with it. I mean, quite literally, I don't know. Actually, we're coming close to Bob. We should probably speak to Bob and see if we can actually get something out of him. Hey Bob, long time no see. I can get a dragon shirt. That sounds pleasant. Is it better than what I wear? I wear the steel mail and we have this. This is 20, 15, 12. Okay, this is a lot better. Dragon charge is amazing. Which means that since there's also a dragon mail in there, I'm assuming at least this is going to be even better. You can do it. Believe in yourself. We can get to 100 kilometers traveled. Okay, so that's your boss, eh? Yeah, I won't. Actually, I will forget about you immediately. But don't worry about it, man. Yeah. Some vitamin C! But if you stay healthy, while I break your teeth. Huh? Won't you listen? Okay, sorry, eh?
Good.
Yeah, talk. Yeah, the Dojo clan, eh? Asano. Oh, for feck's sake. Okay, this elders have Hotel District. Another Asano. Why it is? Jesus, Machimag. No. Because you see, ever since he reached SSS fucking level, he has become, as you can see, he has a tough. He can deal a lot of damage, and I spent a good amount of time just running back to the drugstore and getting myself some fucking energy drinks after dealing with him, because he is, he's a lot tougher now. He has like 4, 5 health bars, and he has the damage. And we need to deal with the asshole. Also, Asano. Why are there so many? Oh yeah, probably because some names are just rather common, I suppose. I guess there's the same thing in German, so I guess I can't really complain too much about that. Now, where precisely are you? Up there. Beating the shit out of people because we can. Well, technically speaking, because we just defend ourselves. They started first. Well then. It's pretty incriminating evidence. So you wanna fight me? You really wanna fight me? I still forget I'm heated still. But hey, that works too. Makes it quite easy. Typically nonsense. Well, I guess at least I got some money out of my trouble. And we dealt with this nonsense. I'm rather happy with that. Yes, game, give me even more experience points, because I can so well do something with that. Okay, now I need to go to some place, a Bajong place apparently. But cheat Mahjong. That's where I'm supposed to be going. It's of course the whole other way. Also there is fucking Majima. Now also a bit of the interesting detail about hunting Majima. You see, you technically speaking get one of the abilities, which is a Majima radar basically. But that shit thing only works if you're not heated. So you have two options. You can either use one of the items that reduces your heat to 0, which is a pain because then you need to de-equip it when you should try to fight him. Or, alternatively, you just randomly look for fights to lose your heat, only to then realize that you're actually producing too much heat again, because, well, fuck you, that's why. Ah, that was a long hunt. As I said, I did sacrifice quite a bit of 3 lunch breaks. Well, not completely, but you know, a bit of it. In order to get shit done, and it was like, okay, Tech boy, come along, help me. And he's like, ugh, don't want to, I'd rather play another round of Victoria. And I'm like, come on, don't be butch about it. Help out a man for once. And he's like, okay, sure, you should tell me to, I guess I can. The way, bitch boy. Oh, apparently there's somebody outside I'm looking for. Outside. That's the one word I practically just ignored while reading the sentence. Where is my goal? Not gonna be another place like this, is there? Or is there another place like this? Yeah, that would make much sense now, would it? Nah, that's the Vincent. I mean, I do know that. It's pocket car racing, it's the bowling, it's the bigger one. 3 ticket booth where you can play some games. You know, it's supposed to be there. It's basically written in this order, like, you have to do the previous, then go to this place. That's basically it. I do love my writing style, but sometimes I do kind of miss a few details. I mean, to be fair, that's precisely how I like to do it. I basically like to keep just, it's like, okay, and now the general location, that's enough. Because, but I don't want to miss any of the side stories, because some of them are really great. And sure. We look for John and Pine. Not really, no. It's more like an an honor thing, but yeah. Fine, I'll talk to him. Yes, he even hears like, yeah, I don't care about you now. I'm just going to talk to him and then fucking go away. I mean, yeah.
What?
Yes, you please. Creepy dude staring at woman. Talk to me. Sorry, needed to open my little can here. So I need a drink. Non-alcoholic, mind you. It's during the week, and I try to not drink too much during the week because, well, if I don't have the next morning off, it's just gonna make me a bit more tired. Needed to reposition myself a bit. Yeah, so.
What?
Come on, cut the crap.
Yeah.
I'm not threatening, not yet. I'm giving you a nice chance here to be a good person. Yeah. Go for it. I'll wait. Yeah, do it. I'll survive. Yeah, I have some doubts about it. You're really sick of the shit. Gosh, just shut up and fight me, please. It's like I ain't feeling it. And see, that's the perfect combi, how it should be, ideally. I'm God. Also a dragon. Have we learned anything today? Yes, forgive me, I'll be good. Yeah. Well, that ends well. That woman had a bit of money. I like it. Oh, thanks for the money. At least I got paid well. I could make a fucking nice job as a security guy around here, couldn't I? So much money to be earned. Yes, game. Give me more experience points, please. That's... If I could at least convert those experience points into money, I'd be more pleased, because then I'm like, okay, it's not really useful, but I have something now. Next quest, where are you? The next quest is starting... Oh, at the florist, actually. Out of the way, I'm a busy man. Ba-dam, ba-dam, ba-dam. Also, just to remind you, in case you're like getting a bit, you know, sentimental because we're getting closer to the end, this will of course not be the last time we'll see a Yakuza game, because I have grown rather fond of them, honestly. I will do it basically like the last time. I will take a short break from the series of Yakuza, and then we'll return with renewed energy to the next Yakuza game, because, well, apparently there's still a few more. What was it? I think the... Who was it? I think it was Crazy Jet. It was like there's 6 or so. I'm pretty sure at this point I own like 5 to Yakuza 5 at the very least, because I think they were on sale once. I wanted to get 0 and I was like, man, all of the other ones are, you know, together, but I'll take it. Don't really feel the need to, you know, not take that deal. I think all of them together costed... What was it? I think together they were like basically the same price as 0 at full price at that point or something. It was a pretty damn good deal, I remember that much. I was like, okay, I'll take it, like 5 more euros if you can get everything. Tell me.
あれについて調べてたらいろいろと面白いことが分かってな。
Okay.
死んだ女はチャンピオン街のパレスって店でママやってたみてえだ。しかも水木って名前だそうだ。もしかすると本物の水木と何か関係があるかもしれねえ。
パレス。どこかで聞いたような名だな。
Oh, we do have a job now. Excuse me for a second, because I kinda... It's been annoying me for a bit, because my one of my dearly beloved pipes I had started cleaning after I came home, because I came home actually rather late today. Basically 20 minutes before I started streaming, I came home and I was like, wow, this was fun. To be fair, I was actually home a bit earlier, but I kinda had to go and do some shopping, you know, so groceries and such nonsense, and I was like, okay, that's fuel, and I'm going to run it really close. Yeah, as I usually do when I actually or before I start. That's one of my routines. I usually start cleaning at least one of the pipes, so I have some ready and waiting for me, basically. And in this case, I had basically done the job half finished. Basically, the parts lay around here. It's really annoying me, because it's kind of like precisely where I need my hands, so just quickly finish this thing off. Better put it aside. Better now I can actually move my hands again, like a normal fucking person. Now then, up we go to the pass. Let me think. There was something else they can use this running for. Oh yeah, the planning for this week. For the moment, it looks like we'll have a bunch of short streams, because the week is actually full. Long shifts. But as usual, there will be a stream a day, as per usual. To be fair, you know, I would like to get into the habit again of doing longer ones, but it comes with its own set of disadvantages. Especially if I play with the little Chronos, I do kinda get a bit more absorbed than I need to be, and then I kinda lose track of the time, and that, much as I hate to say it, but it does kinda backfire. To put it mildly. At least the next day. So when, for example, I was already very tempted to just go back and playing that nice little Road to 56 game we had started because, hell, things were just about to get really interesting, but doing that again sounded like a bit of a dangerous game. Hmm. That was easy to find. Looks a bit sketchy, that guy calling people in, but sure. That worked well.
Nani? Yeah.
Oh well. Does look like a pretty damn interesting place though.
よろしく。今日はどこかで飲んできたの？
いや。
そうなの？お仕事帰り？あ、水割りでいいよね。
Bitch, please. Start with a beer.
ちょっと
Don't want a fucking cocktail bursting. I want the fucking Amber Shores. Like literally in my mouth right about now.
ああ、ママのことね。
Jesus Christ, for a cocktail for starters. Fuck you too.
ええ、教えてあげてもいいけど、一杯もらっていい？
Yeah, sure.
仕方ねえな。
Take your fucking drink.
ありがとう。お願いします。
I swear to God, woman, let me at least decide what I give you to drink. So if I have anything to say about it, you're gonna get a fucking beer. And you'll be fucking happy about it.
で、どうなんだ？
実はね、この前、ヤクザみたいな人たちが大勢でこの店に来たんだけど、来るや否や、水木ってやつはドイツだって大声で叫んでさ。それで、水木ママ、お客様がいる前で無理やり服を脱がされちゃって、左胸の入れ墨見たヤクザたちがこいつだって言ってそのまま連れて行かれちゃったの。それっきり。
そうか。
ママが何したのかわかんないけど、あれはここのオーナーが原因なのよ。
Why do you think that?
それはね。
Yes?
ねえ、もう一杯もらっていい？
Jesus Christ, woman.
もう飲んだのか。
Yeah, how did the expenditures were talking? I have some serious questions about your abilities.
仕方ね。
ありがとう。お願いします。
Yeah, I'm gonna give you another one. How much is this going to cost me? I'm just going to ask for rent.
お兄さん、アレスってお店知ってる？
アレス？
Pretty sure we have, yeah.
どこにあるかわかんないんだけど、かなり有名なお店らしくて、オーナーがその噂聞きつけたみたいでさ。実はね、ここだけの話なんだけど、ここ完全にアレスってお店をパクってるのよ。かなり笑えない。
What's the problem? If there's a good concept, just rip off a few parts
ア
of
レ
it.
スを探しに来る客がほんと多くてさ、その客騙してうちに呼び込んでるの。うちのママが水木っていうのも確かアレスのママが水木って名前だからよ。
Well, that explains how that came to be.
そういうこと。
Yeah, that also explains why the Yakuza were coming in here.
でもおめえ、そんなこと言って大丈夫なのか。
いいのよ。どうせこの店今日で辞めるし。
アリサ、てめえ何をベラベラほざいてるんだ。
本当のこと言っただけじゃない。こんな詐欺みたいなことやってるからママどっか行っちゃったんでしょ。
それは
You shouldn't
お
con
前
your
がここ
customers.
のオーナーか。
はい。す
That's
いま
not
せ
how
ん
you
ね
establish long-lasting
アリサのやつ
customers.
がわけのわからないこと喋って。
こんな商売やめとけ。他人を語ってやるもんじゃねえ。
ああ、お客さん、そいつはどういう意味です？
Precisely what I said. Don't you have ears?
悪いことは言わねえ。あの水木って女の二の舞になるだけだぞ。
何？水木
Nanny?
について何か知ってやがるな。おい、表に出ろや。
Do you think it's a good idea to take this outside? I'm just asking, you know? Do you really think that's a good idea? Because I would point out that it's not. And -1. Take a nice little fucking vitamin C bomb. Because tasty. Get over here, I'm angry now. I think I did it, and then I missed in the last moment. I said that one.
さっきの話、どういう意味だ？水木について知ってるのか？
Oh, I know she's dead.
お前の言う水木って女、殺されたぞ。
なんだって？
入れ墨まで真似る丁寧ぶりに連れ去った組の連中は最後まで本物の水木だと信じてたようだ。連れ去られた本人は全く身に覚えねえのにな。哀れな話だぜ。
Oh yeah, that's... It's rather saddening, isn't it?
俺が入れ墨入れさせたばっかりにこんなことになっちまうなんて。
Well, yeah. That was a very bad idea, and that is putting it fucking mildly. And it should have been a clear and obvious point. Now, I need to just quickly take a look if things are still working. Give me a second. Once I can change this one. And I think actually... I will check my list, but I think actually it was... all of these side quests we can do now. I think there are 2 left that we can do, but it requires us to have Haruka with us, that I don't have. And I think there are 3 more in the final chapter. And that's basically it, if memory serves. I'm pretty sure it is. Now we're going to do a bit of a shopping tour to stack up on Stamina Real again. Then we'll go close to this one again to actually prepare for next time. Next time will be story time again, so that we'll get a bit further. We'll play story easier until we get an opportunity to run around with Haruka. Or until we reach the next chapter where we can get stories. Now the problem is, I still actually don't know if that is then going to be the last chapter or not, because maybe it's just the last chapter that has side quests. I didn't really try to count overly much, I just copied basically the starting conditions. I'm not too sure, but no matter how you look at it, if that is the end of the side quest, then we can realistically assume that we're pretty close to the end. Well, I'm interested. I do wonder how this is actually going to end. Are we going to successfully find what we're looking for? I wonder. Who asked for this, you bitch boy? Made some dumb stupid move, I can't tiger drop. I don't like it. But yeah, there's Majima again, being all Majima. Do I wanna heal myself? Yes, I would like to heal myself before I finish. Yeah, as I said, today will be a relatively sweet and short one. That's not a restaurant, is it? Yeah, that's the weapon dealer. I don't think I can eat either the weapons or the pornos. But hey, we can get some barbecue. Not a bad choice either. Yes, not much is left. Try to the rest it is. Then the rest, the question that remains would be what is left in make sure story time. I will find out. I mean, you know, one way or another. Then it's going to get interesting. It shall be a grande finale. Also, I did kind of skip one part, basically due to an accident of my own. Theoretically, what you're doing is you meet up with the, because okay, to put this into perspective, you need the special pass basically for that special soap plane place, basically. In order to get that, you need to talk to a former sick. Yeah, this is going to be a Majima fight again, because fuck you, that's why. See? I hate my life. Come over here, Majima. Come here. Come here, Majima. Come here. Don't do that, please, Majima. Come on, we talked about this. Healing is for pussies or for protagonists, not for little Majimas when they're not protagonists. Oh, hello there, little Kronos. I on this finest of days, which is called Monday, which is really not a good sign. Yeah, no problem. Was a bit of a side questy one today anyway, so it's not like you missed much actually. Ouch. I really should try to focus on my fight though, for a moment at least, so that I can win this in style. Not like this. Come on. Come on. Let me do it again. There it is. I love my little tiger drop. Because it does hurt him like a bitch. But to be fair, he can hurt me too. Yeah, how are you on this fine evening? Feeling good? Oh, fine evening I say. For me it is fine evening. Come on. Come on, little Majima. That's what I like to hear. And that's right here. I do try to get the timing of the move right, but it's... head nonsense like this is really not my specialty. Just got back from a job interview. Oh, a job interview. How did it go? I see you immediately starting Iron 4. I really have become a bit addicted to this one, haven't ya? As well as expected. Not criticizing you, my dear. Honestly, if I had been home a bit earlier, I was actually thinking about also just, you know, playing a bit of good old-fashioned Hearts of Iron for a bit. But sadly, I then realized, oh yeah, I need to go and get some fucking groceries because otherwise I'm going to starve. That realization came a bit late. Kaiserreich. Not a bad choice. Would join you, but I really don't have time today. I really need to go to bed because tomorrow is the very early shift first. Damn it, I really can't do two things at once, to be fair. Focus on one thing at once, you can do it. Well, yes I can. Kaiserreich. Which is to say, put it mildly, you actually caught me at the practically tail end. Because since I did, instead of doing my usual, I'm counting, I did fucking shopping. I have now the very pleasurable point where I have still do that. Ugh. Accounting, such a nice little thing. Take the numbers from the papers, put them into the little Excel sheet, make them nice and orderly because that's what the law has decided you need to do. Like, yikes. Maybe while I do this, no, it's not, probably not a good idea to have that. I was thinking about maybe I can just run a bit of not so from the background, but nah, that's not a good idea. I'm really not that good at multitasking. That would probably end up rather horrible. Yeah, that's kind of annoying, honestly. Yeah. Kaiserreich. Honestly, though, if memory serves in its... I mean, I did play Kaiserreich once, not that long ago. Yeah, the interviews for a cook's job, so I showed up like I've done it before, and I'm not gonna cut you too early to drink like the kids you hire. I mean, sounds like a fair point. If you had been interviewed by me, because I also do have the honor of interviewing people for our store. But yeah, that's a good point. Do tell me more. What's your experience in detail? Yeah, excuse me, and I finish up. Because I did just see that I did not actually clean my pipe completely. I have managed to fuck up the head. Well, part of the head. Yeah, I also remember, didn't we just talk yesterday a bit about you being a cook at one point? Yeah, I mean, you have experience and, well, you have a mouse on you. That's not necessarily a bad thing, to be fair. Leadership training a la army. Worked for the chain before and was middle management. But generally speaking, not necessarily anything too bad, I would say. Sadly, that doesn't really mean much nowadays. I will have to admit, rather pointedly. Although, yeah, some people just want to see a rather ridiculous amount of things. London interview. Basically told him my work experience was pretty flexible on schedule as long as I wasn't working weekends. That's a fair point to make. Especially since you have kids, you know. Even more fair point. It's a fire, everything sounds pretty damn okay-ish. So what's your final impression, your verdict? Is this going to turn out into something? Going off your feeling, or is this, you know... That's why I couldn't work weekends at home, so my wife is also often set aside for... And yeah, that's a pretty damn good reason. I mean, you know, maybe not a good day to be like, yeah, I would like to have Sunday off so I can stream a bit with my buddy and have some fun playing games. You might take offense to that. I mean, some people that do run businesses do appreciate that sort of honesty. Like, yeah, that's a good point, but no, you do have a family, so some often for family reasons is yeah, pretty good reasoning there. Right, so far he has no reason to, you know, and not at least consider you, I suppose. I can be really hireable. Back average is a bit of treatment till they've already fucked up and see they need me now. It's kind of the same deal around here. Basically, when you actually got your contract for work, and of course there are some clauses in there that will allow them to hire them, but basically there's like a trial and error period of like, depending on what company you work for, like 4 to 6 months, depending on which company you go with. But after that, they can't just fucking fire you because you start going like, okay, treat me like a human being now or get fucked. They're like, you can't talk like this. No, I can. Do you know why? Because my contract now doesn't have an end. You just need to be sure that you don't do anything that is by clause forbidden. And luckily enough, they can't add whatever they want into that. God bless the fucking Lordmaker system for that, at least. They can't just say, like, you can't backtalk. Because no, you can. They can't forbid you to backtalk. That has, in some cases, at least helped me somewhat. I've gotten jobs I was in no way, shape, or form qualified. That's actually a very good point you're making there. As long as you actually know how to, well, quote-unquote, sell yourself, sell your abilities, sell your personality, sell yourself through your willingness to learn and improve and invest yourself into the company that you're trying to apply to, you can get a lot farther than you might imagine. Actually, I have the same experience. And there are some people along my acquaintances who are really highly qualified. By all means, they have nice degrees in mathematics and whatnot, and engineering and whatnot, and they really do have a hard time getting a job because they really, for the love of God, do not know how to make a good impression of themselves. Can get you fucking far to be able to do that. Makes quite a difference, I can tell you that much. I've seen it often enough. And luckily, I myself also do know how to sell my ideas. I mean, oh, it's like, fuck, what has happened? The cold performer Boston. That's sometimes, you know, what the human resources do. And like, yeah, he has written down some previous jobs. Let's see if he's actually worked there or not. I remember. Let's hope he's not a complete dick about it. Yeah, sure. I'm just going to finish this. Although I will point out that I will probably have to end it in a minute or two. So I really need to finish that fucking... I need to finish my books. So if I don't get this done now, I'm going to have basically a backlog problem over the whole week, which I would kinda like to avoid, honestly. Because if we start on that sort of footing, then oh boy, the rest of the week is going to be fucking fun, I can tell you. I've been there. I do not wish to be there again. That's basically how the system works. As long as I do it on 5 days, I have 1 day where I don't need to do anything, which is usually Saturday, and Sunday I finish up the whole week thing. Basically, you have a day thing, and you have a week thing for your numbers, your income and stuff, and then you do that. Welcome back. Just want to say that I'll probably be around for like another minute or so, and then I will actually do some accounting, because otherwise I will be fighting with a backlog the whole fucking week. That does not sound pleasurable, put it mildly. Also, but no, they also call they haven't worked for years now. Well, I forget it actually. I might actually have some time tomorrow evening. Evening? Yeah, tomorrow evening. I will actually. I mean, I sure wish you luck in your little endeavor there, because well, it's good to have a job, honestly. Can't say anything against that. But yeah, what I wanted to say is we may be able to play for 2 to 3 hours tomorrow, if you have some time, that is. Do consider it. You could, you know, kick some Soviet ass, or depending on if you like Kaiser, you could try Kaiser. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, but I have time. Let's allow that. I hate Automod. Automod is a pain. Automod is a pain. Doesn't like to do shit, but it likes to be a pain. I mean, if you're despite. Yeah, but I mean, would that be enough of a reason to fuck you over? I mean, I have some bosses I had some. Colorful is actually a very nice term you're using there. Experience with, but none of them seriously tried to fuck me over at the when it really counted. So later on, when somebody else was like, okay, so how was he when he worked for you? He was okay, and he was like, yeah, sure. Did his job, was punctual, never complained too much. Had a bit of a mouse on him, but meh. Not a problem. Not a problem. Luckily. Babe. Aha. Aha, there's a button here. Ho, ho, ho. Actually wanted to try this out ever since you told me about it. See if it actually works. Like, wow, technology. But yeah, if you have time tomorrow, I shall actually make a note of that, because if I don't make a note of it, I'm probably going to start playing something else and be like, huh? Hey, we will do some other nonsense, and he's gonna like, you said we've got to play Hearts of Iron. Yes, he backed probably. Yeah, I mean, most people aren't so fucking childishly annoying that they would just fucking just hate you for no good reason. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like this, you know? You might disagree with them, you might not like everything they stand for, but most people aren't just dicks. Luckily enough, because otherwise the world would be fucked to hell and back for like a long time. I'm sure it worked, apparently. It's cool, I learned a new trick. Thanks to little Kronos, I learned a new trick. I now know how to make a people have a little sword symbol, which means she's now, or should be, a mod now. I am becoming better. Technology. I shall learn you that. Yep. I really won't, but I can learn some new tricks. Give me a second while I need to close the fucking window because of idiots outside. can hear those dicks a fucking mile away. Ugh. Now then. Yeah, I think I'm just going to quickly finish my pipe. Then I will actually start smoking my pipe, and once I've done that, while I'm dying my smoking, I will do my counting and then go to bed, do the early one. Look, in America, especially these last few years, they've been all or nothing. Then woke up and realized Nazis and Klansmen can be nice people who do things I'm interested in too, and it's cause issues. Yeah, I mean, it makes you... yeah. It's... maybe sometimes, and that's something I found, it's a bit of a lesson from my grandpa's about, although it was originally about religion and not about politics. Sometimes you just have to ignore the fact that he's on the other side and just be okay with this. Yeah, it's okay. Honestly, I think that is actually one of the more important lessons I have kept from my grandpas. Even if somebody's on the other side and I don't agree with them on many levels, I will not just assume them to be a complete dick just because of that, because that's not how it works. People are very multifaceted and faced personages most of the time. And even I had to let go of some people, of course, in my time I got, thanks to that, quite a few calls, like, from other job owners who were like, okay, I wanna hire them, and they put you down here as last place they work at, so tell me a bit about them. I had my conflicts with some of those people. No, my point is more like politics don't make all of the person. Politics do make the people, yes, to some degree, but that's not all they are. It's just not all. That's the whole point, actually. I'm not saying that it's not influencing them or that it's not something they should be, in some cases, judged for. Because if somebody is doing a fucking Hitler salute and go like, see Kyle, I'm going to judge them for that, most definitively. For good reason, especially in Germany. But I will admit that is probably not all they are. There's probably a bit more to that. But that's all, basically. Also, the good thing about that sort of viewpoint is you still, at the end of the day, don't have to force yourself to interact with them. You're still a free person, you can still go your own way, you don't have to. It's just that when you have to actually interact with people like that, you will take a more of an relaxed approach, basically. Which is not bad, honestly. But yeah, how late is it? Yeah, cool. Let's start the Bible. It's gonna give me another 5 minutes of procrastination. I really should have thought a bit harder. I remember that I needed to go shopping, because then I could have done it on the way back instead of coming home, getting out of my shoes, setting everything up to do some accounting, then realize, shit, just have to go shopping. Get dressed again, put on the shoes, drive the car. It costs a lot more time than I'm happy to admit. Now then, I'm going to, I wanted to say safe again, but I'm going to beat up a rich person, I suppose. They really are too weak. At some point. And today, tobacco-wise, we have a nice, rather, it's an intense tobacco indeed, but it does have a bit of vanilla mix into it, which does give it a rather nice aftertaste. Quite tasty indeed. From cherry to vanilla. Not a bad change. I also think that it's actually not losing any of the ability. Okay, first Kaiser. Okay. What nation should we? First Kaiserreich. Everything that isn't Germany, if you want something interesting to some degree, if you want a very different perspective, play Germany. Because Kaiserreich is a pretty Europe. Well, though to be fair, that's not just all. There's also quite a lot of shit going on all over the world, but... How about Britain, for example? I do had some rather interesting playthroughs with Britain, though even in fucking vanilla. As I do have an interesting tech tree, if memory serves. That tech tree, I say focus tree. Why am I confusing things? No, I'm actually pretty sure it's dead. Save again. Maybe, you know, if you really want to see something interesting. I think the French are also not bad, but I would never play the French because, well, you know, I'm German and I'm not gonna play the fucking French. It's a bit of national pride, basically. It's like, yes, as much as I would like looking at your focus tree, be interested. Yeah, hey, I have power here now. What about Japan? I don't think I've played them in Kaiserreich, so I can't really tell. Usually Japan is interesting if you want to play with Navy. If you want to do some training with Navy, because I did kind of remember that you were like, meh, don't know. And I'm honestly not a good teacher when it comes to the Navy, because I'm also only understanding the most basic bitch things about it. Then Japan is not a bad choice. Pretty good for learning that. Also, you have power indeed. Mostly because you told me like it's just you just have to go into the chat thingy and then right click people, and I was like, ah, it's that easy, you say. And I kind of wanted to try it out. Fuck it, Navy we go. If you actually get to the point that you understand how the Navy works well, do tell me. My usual strategy is just basically I have a small elite fleet of heavy battleships that I use for a strike force, and the rest of my troops is basically just cheap shop marines, U-boats, if you want to do it in the German way, the U-boot, to patrol the areas and find the enemy. Basically, many U-boats, finding enemy, going like, hey, the enemy here, and then after strike was going like, big battleships, kaboom. I think mods can have a decent amount of power, if I know how to use it. Don't ask me. I just randomly was modded and was sitting there like, my screen is changing, I'm scared now. I don't know what's happening. I was like, okay, probably on my end. Let's just ignore that and try to enjoy the fucking stream for a bit more. But I also was getting rather tired, to be fair. Let's get the shit out of me. Well, anyway, I'm not a complainer. I will grow with my my greatest challenge of well, maybe banning a bot or two when I find one. But yeah, I think I shall end it here on good terms because, well, as I said, I kind of have a bit of a double whammy of still having to do some accounting, and, well, I have the very early one because I actually need to go I have to buy some shit for the store tomorrow. Before work, actually, which means I have to get up really early. Ugh. The most unhappy shift, I like to call it, but it needs to be done. Normally I wouldn't do that because my partner would do that. Usually the one doing the morning shopping. But then he has basically some free time, and then he gets, but tomorrow it just doesn't fit. Because, and basically he has an appointment with his, I think his daughter is going to the doctor or something. I only half listened up, because it was like, yeah, something came up, okay, understand. Means I need to do this, okay, that was all. I was a bit stressed today. Not a good start to the week, honestly. Much because I had one of my more favorite customers to deal with. Basically an old guy who at one point was pretty damn high up in the union of his workplace, and that guy has an attitude. To give you an example, I told him nicely, because, well, I'm at the store, I'm serving customers, I don't have time to, take 30 minutes to just talk to you on the phone to solve your problem. Just call me in the afternoon again. Then I will have some time. I was like, yeah, sure, no problem. And then, 5 minutes later, the telephone started ringing. I was like, okay, I can't go and get it because I'm alone and I have to serve customers. The policy has always been, the customers in the store come first, the people who call come second, because, well, if you're alone, you kind of have to prioritize. I do sometimes ask, somebody is still, looking around for shit. I'm like, can you excuse me for a second? I need to, get the telephone. But yeah, sometimes you just have the opportunity. Our normal response, at least what is considered a normal response in Germany, most of the time, and I think the rest of the world is not that different, is, if you can't reach someone by phone, you wait like, 5 or 10 minutes and then you try again, like a normal human being. That guy is used to things going his way, and you feel that, because that guy rings the phone until it goes to the AB and goes like, okay, could you please leave a message, we'll call you back, and instead of leaving a message, he calls again, immediately. Which means, since I actually had to deal with a group of customers who also had children with them, which also makes things, a bit more chaotic and hectic, and you need to keep an eye on things, basically. For like half an hour, I had an uninterrupted ringing fucking telephone in the background. To the point that, I was very sneakily going over and actually taking the fucking batteries out of that thing, because fuck that shit. Oh, what a bloody asshole that guy is. But yeah. I will end it here, as I said. Today will be a bit of a shorter one, so I can finish some shit and actually get the time so I can play tomorrow. As for what we're going to play tomorrow, we have choices. We now have somewhat working Fallout mods. We could try a co-op play of Kaiserreich. We could continue Road to 56 to see if China can actually pull the Soviets back until Japan is finished with its puppet and can help a bit. Japan, stop infiltrating your nice neighbor China and actually focus on the Soviets. And let's continue. Yeah, that sounds like a plan. It's probably going to be, we'll have like because basically we can start. Well, I will start. Yeah, I know that's what you say, but I see all those people looking very Japanese around. But basically what it means, I'll be home a bit earlier than usual, which means as soon as I'm actually home, I'll just send you a message as usual and go like, hey, we can play now, which will give us a bit more time, because honestly, doing it like this where it's like 1 hour, maybe 1.5 hours, that's just not enough for a game like Koi. That's not working. But if you have like 2 to 3 hours, then we have, yes, it sounds very Gucci, doesn't it? Sounds good. To me, at least. Yeah, I think that's actually it. I mean, I'm not going to promise that, but if I actually am still awake for a bit after I finish with my counting, I'm just going to shoot you a message and we can maybe hang out for a bit, but I don't want you to have any expectations, because honestly, it was a long day, and tomorrow's an early day, so combination speaks against it, but maybe I still feel it. Otherwise, we'll play tomorrow. At the very least, like 3 hours or so, because I'm feeling the itch for some good old-fashioned Hoi. Actually, maybe I will just let Hoi run in the background and have some random nonsense going on. Might actually be a good idea to have that in the background. Yeah. Also, I kind of need to find out how the fuck my mods got so mixed up that all of my little playsets don't work any longer, because, to put it mildly, according to YouTube, I have so many copyrighted music in yesterday's stream. It's not even funny, the list is fucking awesome long. Like, yeah, we have listed all of the things that you shouldn't have in there, and I'm like, okay, that's a lot. So yeah, I need to actually order that because otherwise this is going to get annoying quickly. Like, you can't monetize this. I'm saying, YouTube, you do know that I can't monetize that anyway. YouTube, you're a bit of a funny one sometimes. But yeah, that is definitely something I will do. And with that, because if I sit here any longer, I will never get this done, and procrastination has been done enough for the moment. I shall beat you at you for the moment. Have a good one and all of that. And, well, the list of participants that are easily nameable is pretty damn easy this time. That's the Chronos, and more of the Chronos. Which is not a bad combination. A lot of Chronos. And he's now a mod. Look at that. He has a little sword in front of his name. Isn't it cool? I like it. I also like that he has a sword. Makes him feel all RPG. Like. Don't know who came up with that little picture for it, but touché. He did the good. He did the good indeed. Yeah. On the other side, namely the YouTube side of things, I'm pretty sure I will not get nearly as many claims today as I did yesterday. But that's good. Like, if you were making money off this and somebody else would get your money now, and I'm sitting there like, yes. The whole point is I don't. So, why even tell me? But because we want you to know that you did bad. So we don't want you to do it again. Okay. See, I'm understanding. Very much so. Yes, yes. Crimey River, basically. Yeah, as for everybody else on the more lurking side, I do feel appreciated too. Pat yourself on the shoulder for a job well done indeed. And, well, as I just so broadly announced, I shall be back tomorrow with the Chronos, mind you, and we'll be playing some Hearts of Iron in Road to 56. We shall do a bit of a, China versus communism thing. And everybody will be like, what? Why? Should China and communism go well together? No, not in my world. In my world, China doesn't like communism. Actually, China beat communism to a pulp. And now communism tries to strike back, but, well, that's a whole other story. And we'll see how that works out. Yeah, I think that was everything I needed to say. The week shift-wise looks a bit bad, but, well, I've had worse, so I don't think we will miss any streams at the very least. And, but if I can get at least one a bit longer in tomorrow, that's probably going to be, it's probably going to be the only real chance I will have until the weekend to do, a bit longer than an hour and a half, because that's just too fucking short for my personal taste. Anything else? No, I don't. I mean, I do have lots of notes around, but all of those are just work related and not stream related, which is good because that means I'm not overlooking anything horrible. I think, yeah. As I just said, while I will do my accounting now, if I'm still awake and can't fall asleep, which could happen because technically speaking, I was tired. Actually, I was tired enough that my little eyes were falling down slowly, closing, trying to. And, well, after I reached that point of feeling dead tired, I overcame it, and now I'm somewhat awake, so I might be awake for a bit. Might actually, after I'm finished work, just hang out in the Discord thingy a bit. Potentially, maybe. No promises in this case. Because I really hate making promises that I have no reasonable assumption that I might actually be able to keep. It's an old thing, an old way of thinking, coming way back from my grandfather, who was like, okay, if a man makes a promise, he should have at least a reasonable intention to keep it. Otherwise, he can't really complain if somebody, punches him in the face. It's like, okay, that's a pretty damn convincing argument. Not that my grandfather had any need to punch people in the face, because, he was just that much of a fucking presence. Even I, as a fucking child, was like, okay, yeah, I'm not going to, disrespect or disobey that person. And he doesn't need to hit me to know that he, is a presence. Well, tough breed, those old people, I can tell you. I mean, To prepare the other side, I have seen my grandmother also was not better. I mean, she was, Prussian girl, coming from the former Prussian territories. And they buried them in a very tough way. What? I mean, the German way of saying it would be like basically tough like leather, but I'm sure there's an English equivalent to that, but don't ask me. But yeah, see, now you learned something important. And useless, and I'm still procrastinating for fuck's sake, yeah? Once again, have a good one, and bye-bye for the moment.